Hello everyone, Rambles here, and welcome to Guild Wars 1 Reforged. Very excited to check this game out. I have played a little bit of Guild Wars 2, but I missed Guild Wars 1 when it first came out. And this experience seems kind of designed for new players, for players who maybe have never experienced any Guild Wars at all to get into the franchise. And this is just the opportunity that I have always kind of wanted with Guild Wars, because I really liked a lot of the things that I saw in Guild Wars 2, but just having no background for where the franchise came from, its roots, and the world and the lore, always left me a little bit lost. So yeah, super excited to dive in today. Thank you guys for being here and for clicking on the video. If you end up digging the content, leaving a like, especially on an episode 1, helps me out immensely, and I appreciate those that do. So I've made a Mesmer just to run around and adjust some of my settings, things like that. But beyond that, I have never played Guild Wars 1 in my life. So everything will be new to me. I am a complete noob at this game. I have a handful of hours in Guild Wars 2. And obviously, if you have been around the channel, you know that I play a ton of WoW Classic. So I'm really hoping this is right up my alley. We're going to do a role-playing character. And I did a little bit of research, and I'm going to start with the Prophecies campaign. These seem to kind of be intended for chronological order, although I'm not sure if it's a difficulty thing or just closer to endgame. I'm going to start left to right with this, so we're going to go with Prophecies. And we are going to do a warrior, because typically I gravitate towards melee classes in MMOs. It's what I have the most fun on, so I'm going to check out the warrior class. Alright. Kind of already played around with the character creation a little bit to see what options we have. Let's see, I think I'll go with this. We have hair colors here. Faces over on the top right. Alright, on to the next. So for body scaling, I guess we just have a height slider. Let's go right near the top of the height scale. We can color our default armor. What do we want to do with this? Let's do something like Alliance Blue and Gold. That looks okay. I'm sure we'll replace the starting armor, like, pretty quickly. But that looks good. Choose a name. 19 characters. Okay, so we have to have 2 names, I think. So we'll just do Rambles Warrior.
The last day dawns on the kingdom of Ascalon. It arrives with no fanfare, no tolling of alarms. Those who will remember will speak fondly of the warm morning breeze. People carry on with their daily lives, unaware that in a short while, everything they have ever known will come to an end.
Scribe?
Yes, my lord.
These Char are relentless, but we shall hold the wall at all costs.
Yes, my lord.
Take this message to Sir Titus. Go forth and recruit the strongest, the smartest. Bring to me the bravest in all of Ascalon. Find me the heroes who will lead our kingdom to glory.
As you command, my king.
Very cool. A nice classical setup for an MMO. I like our setup here. Love the classic style graphics. Very pretty. Very much aesthetically what I'm looking for when I'm looking for like a modern classic MMO. Something that is a little bit more polished up, something that has a little bit of quality of life in the systems, but also something that is classic. Hoping that's going to be what this experience is. Alright, so we got our familiar health. We have an energy resource, maybe mana, maybe something else. We're a warrior, so it's probably not mana. And we got our action bar. Now, if we go into our options, the cool thing is you can move all this stuff around. So if you want to change where anything is at, you can do that here. In the interface, let's go to sound. I'm going to turn the music volume back up. And you guys let me know if any of the volume needs to be adjusted up or down. Trying to create that chill, immersive vibe that we strive for here on the channel. And I want you guys to be able to appreciate the music and the sound design of the game. We will also be letting any cutscenes play out, and we will be reading any quests. Starting with the one right here in front of us. Let's go ahead and shrink the chat down, like so. And for now, I will leave the rest of the UI in place. I'd like to eventually make it so my mini-map doesn't rotate. But I'll try to play with it as it is for now. And it looks like we can also... oh, that's... For some reason, I thought that was going to shrink the mini-map, and it shrunk the entire game. Alright, let's check out our first quest. So as I'm recording this, I believe this went live yesterday. Today is December 4, and I believe this went live on December 3. Let's move. Can we move our quest box? Probably if we're in the interface, we can slide this over. I'd like to slide it over to the side. Town Crier, excuse me. You're Rambles, aren't you? I think Sir Titus was looking for you. He said he has some good news for you. I like good news. Alright, let's see if we can slide that quest window to the side. Maybe not. Alright, not really a big deal for now. So we're tracking quest over here on the left side. We have the level of the quests. Can't click on it or do anything like that to take a closer look at the details. But it does look like it marks it on the mini-map. If I hit M, we have our total area map. I can scroll around a very little bit, but we must be kind of in a zone. Because I can't look at the bigger picture here. Let's go look around a little bit. Let's see what we can find before I talk to this guy. A costume maker. I have fabulous new costumes for sale. What is a costume? It's a festive outfit that you equip to your costume slots in order to change your appearance and make yourself look fabulous. These decorative garments can be worn over your armor without sacrificing the protection of the armor, so it's like transmog. Ooh, that takes us right to the in-game shop. They put that stuff front-loaded there. Alright, we're going to avoid the in-game shop for now. I'm probably going to spend more time than most people just kind of checking things out. Again, I've never played this game before, and so far it has a really cool vibe. I really like the aesthetic. I like the character models. And I'm digging, like, the world graphics. It looks like we can walk out of town here. It will take us through an instance, it looks like, to the outside world map, supposedly. Let's look around up here. I don't know if we can go into any of these places. It looks like a lot of times people just kind of hang out outside of their domiciles and we can talk to them or interact with them if they're vendors. We can talk to NPCs. Some people have clearly been hitting up the in-game shop. I mean, the outfit design in this game is really cool. I really like the design of the outfits and stuff. I hope there's some cool, like, in-game stuff. I'm not really a person to purchase things for real-life money. I like to earn my stuff in the game. So we'll see how that goes. Skills. My services are reserved for those who serve the Ascalon Vanguard. Once you've proven your ability to Lieutenant Langmar. Okay. Stuff that we'll, no doubt, figure out later on. The controls are a little bit different than WoW. A lot of it's the same, but there are some camera differences. There's also click to move, which I'm sure you could turn off. What you can't seem to do is, like, in WoW, the left click will rotate your camera, and only right click does that. So it's just a little bit of a different control scheme from the standpoint of the camera controls, but everything else feels really familiar. And right now we don't have any abilities at all, so hoping we get that sorted out soon. We can see what it feels like to press buttons in this game. So one of the things WoW has always had is that, like, the button pushing in WoW and classic WoW just feels really good. There you are, my friend. I am glad you are here. I have news that I think you'll appreciate. I've been looking for you everywhere. The king has ordered a new offensive against the Char. This is your chance for glory and adventure, but you'll need to know more about your craft before going north to the wall. Tell you what, travel to the southwest gate, which will take you to Lakeside Country. I'll have Van the Warrior waiting for you outside. He can show you a trick or two. Okay, so we travel to the southwest gate to Lakeside County, not country. Lakeside County. All right, we're on the way. Go out the gate. All right. Maybe we should just follow along with the questing here in the beginning, just until we get some skills and it kind of lets us loose in the world. I really liked the open world elements and exploration and questing in Guild Wars 2, and I'm wondering if this will feel at all similar to that, because they had a really cool system for exploring a zone, completing objectives in the zone, and things of that nature. You know, maybe I should go, like, I feel like I'm not in full screen here. Maybe I should full screen this. Well, we are full screen. Interesting. Van the Warrior. Alright, this is our trainer. Alright, I was asked to see to it that you learned what it means to be a warrior. You've heard the stories, no doubt. Warriors are impossible to kill. They are capable of incredible feats of endurance, and they are deadly in close combat. Listen to what I have to say, and you just might learn how to accomplish all of these feats and more. I have a little challenge in mind to prepare you for what it's like to be a warrior. Live through this, and you're well on your way. A horde of scale has appeared at the river. Get down there and take care of them. And I mean all of them. When you've finished, report back. It highlights some things in green. I wonder if there's a button we can push to get more information about those things. Because scale are obviously some kind of creature. They sound like lizard people. But I'd love to be able to, like, get more info about them. Alright. We are equipped with a two-handed mace, which I did not notice before. Let's check out our inventory here. Yeah, we have the starter hammer, blunt damage, 3 to 5, plus 20%. And then just our basic outfit. Alright, if I open this map now, that's Lakeside County. So that's where we're headed. If I go off the road, I mean, I have no abilities. I'm assuming I have some kind of auto attack. But since I've never experienced combat in this game, I'm not sure. Oh, it's very pretty. Graphically, this is, like, right up my alley. It's all gonna come down to, like, the button pressing. I'm gonna try to, like, attack this guy. Okay. Okay. Nothing I'm doing is attacking him. I had this problem when I tried to play EverQuest as well. Like, I just didn't know how to, like, initiate an attack. I see F1, okay. Oh, there we go. F1 to initiate auto attack. Okay, I have F1 bound to my one of my mouse buttons, and I'm using a Logitech G600. And so any F keys are actually F1 through 6 is bound to my mouse. So we picked up a longsword. This is 3 to 4 slashing damage. I'm gonna stick with the hammer for now. But clearly we're dealing with different types of damage. I was able to right-click on the enemy this time, and that seemed to initiate the auto attack. We looted some golds. Interesting that we're going right into golds. We're not dealing with any lower forms of currency. 1,000 gold is worth 1 platinum. Okay, so gold is the lowest denomination. I probably should go to the... I mean, maybe we are kind of in the questing area. We're in the area, but not at the objective. Can we go in the water? We can. Nice. Alright, yeah. Very cool. It looks like we completed the objective. We didn't have to kill very many. I kind of wish we'd had to fight some more. I might look for some more fights out here. We should probably just turn the quest in before we explore too much. I'm hoping that eventually it'll open up and there will be some kind of reward for me to go off the beaten path and explore around. Maybe we'll find quests. Maybe we'll find side quests or objectives that we would not normally find. It looks like, you know, some things we cannot walk off of. I'm also noticing that we don't have a jump. We cannot jump. That's interesting. It makes traversal interesting. It probably allows them to put in more like terrain puzzles that we kind of have to like find ways to get where we want to go, as opposed to like jumping and glitching up walls and that sort of thing. Finally finished off all the scale, did you? Well, it took you long enough, but I've seen worse. Someday, with the right training, you may make something of yourself. I'll start by giving you a couple of skills. I'm headed back to town, but I suspect Haverston will arrive shortly to advise you about what to do next. Cool. Let's see. Skill unlocked Frenzy is a stance. You attack 33% faster, you take double damage. Ooh, so we activate that and it stays up for, it looks like 8 seconds is what it says. So it's a stance, but it's also just kind of like a temporary buff, debuff. So we're going to deal a bunch more damage, we're going to take more damage though. And then Healing Signet, you gain 82 health, you have negative 40 armor while using this skill. Okay, so that's just like, maybe we do that out of combat if we need to. I'm sure we could do it in combat too, like in an emergency, but... Alright. Who do we got here? Haverston. It'd be nice to be able to slide this over just like right over here so we can take a look at the NPCs as we talk to them. You're the warrior Sir Titus was telling me about, aren't you? Well, I imagine he's right that you've got potential, but potential won't save you from a Char firestorm. Experience will. I suggest you head southwest to Ashford and talk to Devona. She's bound to have a task or two for you. Okay, so... we're traveling down the road. Further adventures. Let's be off. Oh, wait, look. See, I have to look around. Because look, we have a quest right here. From this person. Lena the Healer. Okay. With all the dangers out in Lakeside, I can't believe the number of people who go running around by themselves, so I've already got my hands full resurrecting fallen soldiers without some novice warrior adding to the burden. Don't people know there are plenty of folks in Ascalon City who'd be perfectly happy to join them in their adventures? I'll tell you what, if you promise to do your adventuring with an ally, I'll gladly give you a signet that can resurrect fallen party members. I mean, I like playing solo though. Adventure with an ally. I'm kind of assuming, like, is an ally gonna be another player, or are they talking about, like, NPC allies? I'm assuming they're talking about players, but let's follow up here and see. Yeah, it seems like they probably just want me to come here. This must be the hub where we can find a group. But I'm not gonna group up right now. Outside of dungeons and like elite quests and stuff, I like to do a lot of these games solo. Obviously there will be plenty of opportunity. I'm hoping to group up with people to do like actual group content when we learn about that. I'm hoping the game will kind of tutorialize us to dungeons or what we can do from like a PvE standpoint. Alright, for now I want to track my other quest. So how would I do that? How would I get into my journal? Not J, not H. That's the inventory. K takes us to our skills and attributes. P looks like it'll toggle our party menu. Oh, here we go. L for log. There we go. We can track things here. We can move this. Okay. Very cool. Let us continue. That guy actually took some effort to down him. Picked up a warhammer. 4 to 6 blunt damage. We're gonna equip that. Like so. For a low-level weapon, that's pretty cool looking, actually. Yeah, I like it. It looks kind of like a paladin hammer from WoW. If you are someone that's been around the channel for a while, you will know that I love games where my auto attack matters. I don't know if it'll stay that way, but it does seem like auto attack right now is our main way to deal damage. Obviously we have this buff. They don't seem to have social aggro. At least this guy did not bother with us while we were killing his buddy. Alright, let's continue down the road. I'm not sure if like grinding on enemies is an effective way to gain any substantial amount of XP. This seems to be our experience bar up here. And actually, I might move that. Let's put that down here. I think we're all kind of used to it being somewhere down here. I'm going to put it over here. We got enemies crisscrossing the road here. Not super safe for travelers. We picked up an air staff. Halves the skill recharge of spells. Energy 2, lightning. Can we equip this? We can. So in Guild Wars 2, you could equip basically any weapon loadout you wanted, and then that would affect the skills you had access to in some way. And I'm assuming similar systems will be put into place. Whenever you enter a mission or walk through a shimmering portal into an explorable area, an independent space will be created just for you and your party. Oh, you can meet other players and form parties in towns and outposts. Oh, okay, so that's a little bit different than what we're used to. Very kind of them to let us hide our helmets. I rarely ever show the helmet in games like this, because a lot of times the helmet gear leaves a lot to be desired from an aesthetic standpoint. So a lot of the time we'll show new helmets for a bit to see how they look, and then we'll probably turn them off. I'm glad you've come. I can't seem to shake the feeling that there's trouble on the horizon, and I'd be glad to have your help if and when it arrives. In the meantime, there are plenty of people here who need assistance with one thing or another, and I'm sure you'll find the lessons you learn here will be invaluable in the future. So this does seem like the campaign to do if you are a beginner, if you are new to the game, or new to the world, that the game is set in. This seems like a really great place to start. I've heard talk amongst the townsfolk of unsettling rumors coming from the Mirak the Scribe. Instead of babbling to random strangers, he ought to send word to the authorities if he's come across something truly important, but I'm sure he's too engrossed in his books to think of anything practical like that. My duties in town keep me from looking into this matter myself, but if you could go to Ashford Abbey to the north and ask him about it, I'd appreciate it. Okay. Alright, so, and then she mentioned that people in town might have quests. I do see a quest right behind us. These worms will be the death of me. They've driven me off my farm. Doesn't matter how many I kill, as long as there's a queen worm, more will be back the next day. Here's what I'm thinking. Worms love devourer eggs, right? Can you get a devourer egg from Fadden Hathorn for me? I'll use it to lure the queen into the open, then you can squash her like the bug she is. Okay. Well, where's that at? Oh, that's a little ways out. So that seems like a side quest. Maybe we could do that before following up on the, sort of the main quest for the area. We have a portal down here. Maybe we ought to explore this. I'm sure this must be some kind of quick travel. Unless it's like a graveyard. Well, maybe it's a resurrection site. If it is quick travel, I have no idea how to use it. Maybe we use it from the map. Okay, we can travel to the city. Not sure. We have the guy in the back there casting at us. That does not seem great. Especially with the speed at which he's getting through. I'm afraid to pop this because I don't want to take bonus damage here. I want to have the chance to heal up. But let's see if we can kill this guy. And get our heal off. Okay, that was good. Start cranking some damage into this guy. I mean, he could kill us. He's got a lot of HP. And, yeah, we'll see if we can take him. Alright, thankfully we can do the heal in combat, which I appreciate. We picked up a tribal blade. 4 to 5 slashing damage. This guy seems like he might kill me. He's red. I don't know if there's a way we can... Oh, I see, level 1. Okay, so he's level 1, we're level 1. He looks very intimidating. But it looks like it's going to be fine. But man, that's really good creature design. I like it. All of the aesthetics and how things look in this game, that's been right up my alley as far as what I like for my fantasy worlds in MMOs. Some dull carapace. Okay, it's just maybe junk we can sell. We should probably be selling any of the weapons we don't need. We do not have infinite bag space, obviously. Oh, very nice. We have leveled up. Skill and attributes. K button gets us into this. Alright, we are spending attribute points. We have a drop down here. Right now, the only thing we have is warrior. I don't know if maybe one hero can learn multiple professions, kind of like Final Fantasy XIV does it. Not sure. So, what do we want here? Strength. Each point of strength gives you 1% armor pen. Many skills, especially those related to surviving and inflicting damage, become more effective with higher strength. Surviving, okay. Axe mastery increases damage you do with axes and your chance to crit when using an axe. Hammer mastery, same thing. Damage and crit. Damage and crit. Okay. So we can kind of pick a weapon specialization. I just don't know what I want to use yet because I don't know what the abilities are going to be that we get. You know, right now we don't have any weapon-specific abilities, so I don't really want to put any points into my masteries right now. Maybe we dump it all into strength. It's more armor pen. Tactics. No inherent effect. Many skills, especially defensive skills and skills that aid your allies, become more effective with higher tactics. So like for support classes and healers maybe? I'm gonna dump this into strength right now. Oh, I can only put 2 into it right now. So we'll do 1 in hammers. And we'll do 1 in swords, I guess. Because of all the weapon types, aesthetically, I kind of prefer hammers or swords for my warriors. And then I don't know what's going on down here, really. Oh, that must be the cost. Okay. It looks like we are done with the menu for now. Alright, they dropped a longbow. Can we use a longbow? I mean, we certainly can. We certainly can. Seemingly we can use whatever we want. Weapon set 2. Okay, so how do I change my setup for weapon set 2? That's what maybe they'll show me eventually. Obviously we can have multiple weapon sets. I don't know how to equip my second set. Maybe if I do... Okay, yep, there we go. So maybe we do this. Although we don't really have any inherent bow skill. We could try out a sword. Let's do that. So we'll have this and this. Now I wonder, is this a one-handed sword? And can we dual wield? We can't dual wield. Alright, let's rock this for a little bit, see what happens. This might be a two-hander. I don't know, it's fairly large. We'll have to see how she swings it. There you are. You look like a sturdy warrior. I've tasked my man Faden here with retrieving devourer eggs for me from the cave over yonder. However, he appears unmanned by the devourers, afraid of being eaten or some rot like that. I need a brave soul to keep the devourers away from Faden while he does the job for which he has been paid. 2 devourer eggs. Okay. We will do it. This is our guy. Maybe he'll just follow us, like if we start clearing our way. This is a one-handed sword. And we don't have a shield, so maybe we just go back to the two-hander for now. We can switch mid-combat, which is nice. Yeah, we are escorting him. He is running up. And then running back. He doesn't seem to be very smart. I don't know if clicking on him more will help. I am kind of hoping that as we clear into the cave, perhaps he will follow us. And maybe he's got to make his way up to these egg piles. You lack the necessary finesse to remove the delicate eggs from their nest. Oh, he's getting it. Wait for me, will you? Yeah, we'll wait in case he gets jumped by something. He says, okay, let's keep moving. Alright, let's keep moving. Deeper into the cave we go. Oh, here we go. Come up here, buddy. Oh, no. Oh, they're definitely going somewhere. Oh, they're going for him. So he kind of... Maybe he spawned these by coming deeper into the cave. We've got a hidden stash back here. Frost artifact. +4 energy. Alright, that spawned a bunch. Luckily, a lot of the ones that it spawns, they don't seem to have the full health of a normal mob. This one does. So, you know, 1 out of 3 is not bad. I like that sometimes it'll spit out weaker enemies that we can just kind of plow through, and then a stronger enemy that we have to DPS for a while. We picked up a ball hammer. 4 to 6. That's pretty cool looking. We'll play with that for a while. This guy is running out. I hope we don't have respawns back here. I'm assuming that means he's all done. Well done, I'll give you a couple eggs for your trouble. I'm not usually so generous, but I happen to be in a jovial mood at the moment. Alright. Very cool. So, we could probably head back. I thought somebody needed these eggs. Let's see. Yeah, take the eggs to Pitney. Okay. We just had to track the follow-up. What is this? Kirtan Kuras. This is armor. You need 3 more Grawl necklaces. Oh, I don't have any Grawl necklaces. I'm searching for 3 Grawl necklaces. Girl, I don't even know what a Grawl necklace is. No chance they're just like items that drop off nearby monsters, I suppose. But we'll try to keep her in mind in case we come across an item called a Grawl necklace. I love the way this little town is like kind of a sprawling little town, and I don't want to use the term realistic, but as far as like its layout and architecture, I do like kind of like a little bit of the realism. Alright, I'll try to lure the queen into the open air. You do the killing. We want to follow this guy immediately. You can tell I'm not used to playing a game that has like player and NPC collision. I'd love to talk to this merchant, but our man is going to keep running off, so... Yeah, those are worms. Alright. Are they going to attack him? Yeah, probably. Oh no. I feel like I've made a terrible mistake. There she is, killer. Bro, I'm already fighting this one. I'm glad he got out of there and didn't just like tank her till he died. I think she's attacking me though, so let's get in here. I'm hoping that there's not social aggro, but I feel like there's gotta be, right? Like, maybe not now. Ooh, look at how these things are nasty. Oh, she's actually kind of tough. I'm gonna get a heal in. There we go. Let's heal up. Thank you so much. Those worms won't be a problem now. They still seem like they could be a little bit of a problem. Do you have another quest? I'm at a loss. First those worms, and now someone has stolen my prize moa bird. To make matters worse, the tracks seem to indicate that whoever took her led off to the catacombs. I don't have to tell you how dangerous it is down there, but wait, you're a strong warrior. Would you be willing to find my poor bird? Yeah, sure. We get possibly some weapon options from that quest, so it might be good to do that. Whenever you find new skills with this role-playing character, you'll unlock those skills something dark side. Did not get to read all that. I think it was telling me I'd unlock them for other characters or something like that. So I wonder how we learn new, like, weapon-specific skills if we have to go back to a trainer, or how that works. Because they haven't really said. I don't really want to get stuck in combat with all that jazz. Let's see. Maybe we'll do this one and see if we can get that weapon. Head to the catacombs. Okay. I'm not sure. Maybe. Oh, wait. That's not the catacombs. That's the Abbey. It might be good to stop at the Abbey, because this is an outpost. We could probably do things like sell. Who knows what else we could do here. We have a guy here that has a quest. I leave the delving into dungeons to others. To my mind, uncovering the secrets of an ancient text is exciting enough. How may I help? Unsettling rumors. Whoops. Oh boy. There we go. I missed some text with him, unfortunately, because of my sloppy camera work. I've heard talk among the townsfolk of unsettling rumors coming from, Merrick the Scribe. Deliver the message to Amir Saberlin. Use your map to travel to Ascalon City quickly. Okay. So that's our main story. What about, like, skill trainers, vendors, stuff like that? Greetings, my child. Can I help you today, or are you here to offer your services to those in need? Where can I learn more skills? There are trainers for every profession throughout Ascalon. I can give you directions if need be. Which professions are you interested in? A warrior. War Master Grost is at the shrine to Balthazar in Green Hills County. To find him, follow the road northwest from Ascalon City and continue along the road. Okay. Let's see. Northwest from Ascalon City. Like maybe this road? We don't really have anything revealed over that way. And there's a big wall here, so not really sure how far that we can go with that. A monk's mission. One of the tasks my messengers have been given is collecting the rare elements in Ascalon for study here at the Abbey. My young friend Paulus thinks he has discovered such a treasure in one of the flooded areas of the catacombs, but he cannot reach it on his own. Paulus, you see, is a smiting monk and not a very adept one at healing magic, and the waters in that area of the catacombs are full of disease. I will grant you a simple healing spell. Meet Paulus inside the catacombs, and he will show you where the trouble is. Return to me when Paulus has successfully retrieved the artifact. Okay. We got another ability here. We can deal holy damage, causes knockdown if target foe is attacking. We also got Orison of Healing, heals for 20. Okay. What about these catacombs we keep hearing about? Like, where are we getting to those? Because we keep hearing about them. But I don't think we've actually seen them yet on the map. I'd love to find a vendor. But I'm not seeing any. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, the catacombs. Oh, look at that. Just read the road signs, Robert. Just read the signs, man. Alright, here's Paulus. Try to keep up. I'm glad Brother Menio sent you to help. We must hurry. Okay, we're hurrying. Hoping this doesn't put me in like an elite dungeon type of situation that I'm supposed to have a group for. But let's see how it goes. Restless Corpse. Oh. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe Paul... Oh, he's a smiting guy. He smites. Okay, he's like a battle cleric. Notice how he has a shield and a one-hander. I think that's awesome. This is a very cool area. Especially for like part of a solo adventure. I love the artwork on the walls. Yeah, he's just smiting all these guys for us. We're collecting full XP for him killing, which is fine with me. I wouldn't mind trying my hand at the combat, but we'll let him do his thing. Oh, it's our job to heal during this. Okay, I'm glad I noticed that now. Well, this guy is just booking it. Kinda hoping he slows down a bit. I might need to heal him. Are we ready? No, not really, buddy. You gotta get a heal. Back into the muck we go. Oh, look at that, the game notifies you after you've been playing for an hour. Oh, that's a cool feature. We probably need this guy to help us out. I kind of worry about like losing him if we stop and fight this guy on our own. And it looks like maybe we already dropped aggro. Alright, so I think we're good. We're just trying to escort him out with this artifact. It's really cool how they had us like have a taste at what it is to heal, even though we're not playing a healing profession. Just like the idea of keeping somebody alive as their health goes down is like something all players should kind of get experience with, just fundamentally. We have a lady back there with a quest. Okay. We gotta return to him for the reward, which we can do. Kind of curious what's going on here, though. This lady looks like a badass. Necromancer Mune. Ah, an adventurous one. What brings you to the dark today? Oh, she's got lots of quests. Rites of Remembrance. The dead are restless. Buried here are many brave warriors who sacrificed their lives defending Ascalon from foreign guilds from the south and the bestial Char to the north. They wonder if it is not too much that their sacrifices be remembered and honored. Someone must place candles on the 4 stands commemorating their actions so they will know we have not forgotten them. Okay. And the Necromancer's Novice. Not everyone can be a necromancer. For example, one of my latest students went into the catacombs to summon a dark entity. Since he hasn't come back, I can only surmise his creation probably ate him. If you will agree to destroy the nightmare he summoned, I will show you where he went and give you a spell to help, but I warn you, you'll have to be clever to get past the fire traps in that part of the tomes. Of course, if you fail, I shall use your corpse as fodder for the next, more worthy student. Oh, okay, girl. Cool. Teach me the necromancer skills. Oh. Life Siphon. Hex spell. Target foe has... Okay, so this is like a life drain. Deadly Swarm. Did she just run off? I think... Are we escorting her? A Deadly Swarm. A swarm of flies, so maybe like a dot. Deals 30 cold damage. Hits 2 additional foes in the area. So like an AoE. And then Animate Bone Horror. Creates a level 1 Bone Horror. We might need a corpse for that. Okay. I'm not sure what we can res. Alright, so she's just kind of hanging out here. Get past the fire traps. Use Bone Horrors to trigger the traps. Okay. Alright, not really sure how we're going to do that. But then again, we haven't exactly encountered any of the traps yet. Kind of worried that we have to talk to her, but maybe she was just kind of leading the way. Okay. All right, well, I didn't know that, like, clicking on it would run us into it. I thought that maybe it would make us take an action. It didn't make us take an action. It just ran us right into the fire. All right, let's try that again. Use the bone horrors to trigger the traps. Okay. I like that when we open the map, we have like the red dots of our previous steps. Kind of makes it easy to find our way back to where we were in situations where I'm not super familiar with the areas, obviously. All right, so we're not gonna right click on it. We're gonna do this, and then question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know how to get the guy to go in the thing. Use bone horrors to trigger the traps. Okay, that's gonna send us into it. Huh. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Oh, we just have to cast it when we're close. That's all. Okay, it was... Turns out it's very easy. I'd love to have one help us with this fight. Oh, or this fight might not last a long time. This is a cool looking thing. Alright, oh, we have to return to the Necromancer lead. That was it, she just wanted us to just get through that one trap. So this must be like the trap tutorial. Right, there will be traps. You'll have abilities and ways that you can deal with the traps. And that's it. It's interesting that we get to play around with some skills from other professions in these solo delve type scenarios. You have shown some affinity for necromancy. Taking Necromancer as a secondary profession will give you access to all Necromancer skills and allow you to train in death magic, blood magic, and curses, but you must still bear the armor of your primary profession. Once you make this commitment, you will not be able to change your mind, nor will you have the opportunity to try other professions to see if you prefer them. We're going to need more time to decide. I did not know you could subclass. I love subclassing, just as a concept. Now, obviously, it has to be done well in like a fun way. Part of me wants to just be like, yeah, let's be a Necromancer warrior, but let's take our time to decide. And I'd love to hear from you guys about what would make some cool, not necessarily what the meta is, because I'm sure there probably is some kind of meta, but just what do you think would be a cool mix for our warrior? Like, what could a cool subclass be? Necromancy might be it. Seeing like loot on this thing. Let's go check out the loot. Maybe it's an enemy we didn't loot from. Maybe it's marking a vendor location. Maybe that's what it is. Oh yeah, you're some kind of vendor. Right. Can we sell? We can't sell to her, at least I don't think we can. No. We're gonna have to figure out how to vendor like pretty soon. Because our inventory is gonna get full. Maybe going back to the main city is what we have to do. Alright, yeah, we have this one to go back to the city. Let's go ahead and let's do that. Largest city in the kingdom, Ascalon City is known for its beautiful architecture, numerous libraries, and bountiful shops. Because it is where many noble families make their home, it tends to receive the largest number of visitors and has become the cultural center of Ascalon. A message from Mirok, is it? Let me see that. This is grave news indeed. I hope he's mistaken about this. Devona, protect us if this information is accurate. If such a thing is even possible, then King Adalburn has ordered this offensive against the Char not a moment too soon. We must not lose this fight, I tell you. We must not lose this fight. Sir Titus wants you to take on a second profession before you face the Char, right? I think he is right to say so. A second profession gives you access to all the skills and most of the attributes of that profession. This is a big decision not to be taken lightly. You might wish to see trainers for several professions and learn a little something about them before settling on one. Not just any trainer can teach you a second profession, but I can direct you if needed. Oh, see, I don't know. Mesmer was really fun in Guild Wars 2. We'll just mark that on the map for now. I don't even know like where it put that. Follow the road northwest from town to the theater and talk to Lady Althea. I'd love to get some feedback from you guys. I mean, you know, for our first character, I could just pick something that seems cool. Mesmer was cool in Guild Wars 2. I enjoyed it. And so maybe I'll just go Warrior Mesmer. And we do that. We still have to find some kind of vendors. These are costume makers. And then, you know, I still don't really know where my trainer is. I'm also noticing that, like, we still have some of these necromancy abilities, which I'm not going to complain about. I don't know how long we get to keep those. But yeah, right now we have them. Oh my gosh, a merchant. Okay. Oh, here's a sell tab. Let's go to the sell tab. I'm gonna sell all the stuff that we're not using. We got a shield. Maybe I should have kept one of those one-handed weapons, because we could have put the shield on. Next time we get a one-hander, we'll try one-hander and shield and see how that goes. Alright, well that's nice. It's good to be able to, for the most part, empty our inventory. There's got to be a way to, like, drop items. That didn't do it. Maybe just dragging them into the bin. There we go. Perfect. Alright. I'll tell you guys what, I'm going to take a break right here for today, but I am having a lot of fun with Guild Wars Reforged. This is right up my alley. When it comes to wishing that there were more classic MMORPGs to play with, like, modern polish, this is a really good example of that. Where obviously, like, it's an older game. It's been shinied up, polished up. It looks really good. It runs really smooth. The graphics are such that they have their own charm and their own character. And everything looks good. It runs great. Love the art style of the game. And I love, like, a lot of the UI and stuff feels more modern, whereas if you look at a game like Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, for example, it sticks to, like, a lot of older UI design. You don't get as much quality of life features, right? I've really been enjoying it. Hope you guys are having a good time as well. If you want to see more Guild Wars Reforged on the channel, leaving a like is the best way to tell me so. Really does help me out a lot, and I appreciate those that do. Thank you for joining me on our adventures today. As always, take care of yourselves out there in the real world and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.